Hello? Yeah? Let me call you back. I'm at the barber shop. Fucking people. These fucking people, I swear to God. So what hair are we supposed to be cutting today? That's what I want to know.
That's a good question. I guess you could shave up the beard.
Okay. Comfy?
I was trying so hard not to laugh, but that really took me by surprise. That was really funny. I was like, oh, shit.
And that's your barber.
Sorry.
Hey, I'm your barber!
I didn't want
What's up, guys? My name is Shannon and I'm here at CEO Barbershop in Hawthorne, New Jersey, and I'm about to shave Phil's head. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is take out a hot towel and I'm going to apply it to Phil's head. This is really going to help soften the hair follicles and just make the shave easier on his head and on me. You got to kind of get used to learning how to wrap somebody's head up in one of these things. And you just let that sit for about 5 to 10 minutes and let it do its magic.
And cut.
Alright, so now that that's all done, the hot towel has done its job, you're going to take another towel and just rest it on the client's shoulder. That's going to protect their shoulder and the cape from getting wet from this one. You're going to take the hot towel that you used, fold it up like that, rest it on top of this one, and this is where you're going to wipe off your razor when you're shaving the head. The next step I'm going to do is very important, and that's put a brand new razor blade in there. Safety is key, sanitization is very important. Bam. And now for the fun part. Now I'm going to apply Easy Blade Shave Gel to Phil's head. This is really going to help make the shave nice and easy and just help the blade glide over his head with no problem. It smells like almost a lemon drop, and you're going to see when I apply this to his head that it's going to come out in a very clear consistency. It looks green in the can, but it comes out clear, and this helps me really just be able to see everything that's going on underneath my blade to help keep him safe and help keep the shave accurate. And I only do one half of the head at a time. I do that just to keep myself organized, and it keeps any kind of shaving product from drying up and, you know, all that good stuff. All right. I like to stretch the skin a little bit, so you always want to anchor your thumb down on the top of the head and stretch that skin, make sure it's nice and tight, and just keep your strokes organized. The best way to make sure that you get all the hair is to stay organized. And look how it just literally, the hair just glides off of his head. Like, you feel anything, Phil?
No.
Always be careful when you're near the face. Go a little slower and just push a little more gently than you would on the rest of the head. So another tip, I always like to go across the grain when I'm shaving, especially somebody's head. So yeah, I go either with the grain or across the grain. And You can go back over it in another direction after the hair is initially off, but this works best for me. All right, as you can see, I finished this side of his head. Phil is nice and bald and beautiful on this side. And now I'm gonna turn him and do the other side of the head. And a big tip is always turn the client. Never walk around them. Put the miles on the chair, not your feet, okay? So I'm going to apply more of my awesome Easy Blade Shave Gel in circular motions. The more you move the hair follicle around in all the directions, the easier it will be to shave. And if you drop a little bit, don't worry about it. That's what that towel is for. Make sure you get all the hair. You see how it's going on nice and clear? You have no surprises when you have a clear shave gel like this, which is important. And as you can see, Phil's not bleeding on any part of his head, so I did a good job, and it's all thanks to the Easy Blade Shave Gel. All right, so that's it. All the hair is off of Phil's head. It was super easy. And now I'm gonna apply a cold towel that was dipped in water that has peppermint essential oil in it. And this is gonna help really cool down his head. All right, just let that do its thing for like 2 minutes. And then I also like to take this off while it's still like cool, and I put it on the back of the neck separately. Because that can be a really sensitive area and you want to make sure to really seal that up for them. All right, so the next step after the cold towel is I'm going to apply some Seabreeze to his head. And you just want to take a neck strip, just like the one you put underneath the cape. Just fold it up. This is just a little trick that I do. I'm going to spray Seabreeze on it. And then we're going to apply it to his head. This is going to help sanitize his head, seal up any small little cuts that may have happened. I know Phil, it burns so good.
Feels great, actually.
And this is just really important to keep the client from getting any like razor bumps or, you know, anything that can happen when the skin is compromised from shaving. And then most importantly, when you're done with this, is you take the neck strip and you throw it on the floor, because that's the barbershop way. We sweep the floor anyway when we're done, so. All right, so now that the head is done, I've reclined Phil and we're gonna move on to lining up his beard. We're not gonna take any length off of it because it's just looking really nice and full, and he likes it like that. So I'm gonna line up the cheeks and underneath the jawline, maybe trim up the mustache a little bit. And the Easy Blade Shave Gel is gonna make this super easy for me because again, it's clear. So when I line it up, I can see my line and it's gonna be super crispy and sharp. So let's get to it. I'm just gonna use my detailer first to outline the beard. It doesn't have to be super exact when you do this, but it helps give the beard line a nice shape and it gives me a guide to how I want it. For a lot of guys, it's really difficult to line up this heel of the beard, which is this back portion, so that's where your barber comes in. You always want to comb over and over when it comes to beards because the hair grows in so many directions. It's hard to know if you really got it all the first time. The tickle? He's got such a great beard. All right, so now that his beard is sort of lined up with the machine, we're gonna do another hot towel on his face. This is the best part of the service for the client. It's like a little 5-minute meditation session for them. Always make sure they can breathe. And then while I have that sitting, I usually just change the blade on my razor, because even though this is still Phil's blade that I used on his head, these blades dull out pretty quick. So I always like to put a new one on, just so that it makes the beard line that much sharper. We're ready to do it. All right, the hot towel is done. I like to wipe the client off like this, slowly. In barber school, they teach you your facial massage movements. Get a little bit of those working in there. Feels really awesome for them. Fold the towel up. I put mine here. You can put yours wherever you want. And then the most important thing, Easy Blade Shave Gel. Okay, so I did one side of Phil's beard. Now I'm gonna do the other. Something to remember though, this is Phil's Easy Blade Shave Gel, but if I was gonna be using it in a barber setting in the barber shop, you'd never wanna dip your finger in the jar and apply it to different clients. That's not exactly sanitary, so if you are a barber, you want to get something like a Q-tip or a popsicle stick and apply it that way. And it's the same deal, it's really no big deal. This is just gonna follow whatever your state board guidelines are and keep everybody nice and safe. And then repeat. You're gonna shave this side too. All right, always remember to stretch the skin. Then you can just wipe that away, the line it makes. And you can just see everything. All right, Phil, you can sit up. Go ahead.
Wow.
How's that look?
Perfect.
Good?
Yeah.
Too bad you can't keep this for the army.
It's going on Friday.
The last thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take another neck strip, a clean one, and apply some Sea Breeze to it, just like I did with the head. And I'm gonna seal up the skin. This will take the shave gel off of him. And with that, you're good to go.